mean, listen, man, I'd have to agree to disagree, man. I'd argue that I have the superior hairstyle every male should have. And, as a full-grown man, how are you going to have your forehead open and exposed, glowing? Sneezing. I mean, listen, this one's pretty crazy. If you're, like, bro, what motion are you making there? I might get clipped for that, like, and be called gay. Do you want to fucking escape or not? You with me? Hey, listen, if you haven't made 100 grand at 12, like, bro, what are you doing with your time? It's like, number one, you're sitting there floating around like a fucking hippo. Number two, your butt cheeks are sliding, your balls are out, and you're just floating life away, huh? I was on the fucking leg press machine. You guys know it was my second leg day of the year. And I tried to load up 3 plates right away. We were doing it. We were going crazy, and we got 2 sets in. And then after that, your boy, like, sprained his back. And then I was like, wait, I can't sprain my back because that's gay. To let a machine break your back as a man is just unacceptable.
Well, guys, here the fuck we go again, because we are back with the man who had the audacity to make the business decision of looking down at his greasy, hairy ballsack that is somehow wet and dry at the same exact time, and decided that he wanted to put that shit near his other head, with one of the most abysmal hairstyles that we've ever seen come out of the internet, much less the AMU. So naturally, I'm talking about Pubes Watson, aka Vincent Fischer, and the good old Pubinator has just been on some straight and utter bullshit over the last couple of days. Like, we had just covered this clown where we were watching him grift his ass off, trying to do everything and anything to recover from the gadooshing that John Bravo gave him. But since that video, he has really just stepped it the hell up and is trying to reach 1 million followers, while also trying to get his cars back that got repoed, with one of them apparently still being hidden and not being found yet, which would be the Urus. So with that said, we're just gonna jump straight into this shit and look at the activities that the Pubinator has been up to. And he had basically started the week off by doing these little skits that he's been trying to do in order to get people to sign up for his courses, where he has created these goofy ass characters with just different filters and all, and is using it as a way to try to respond to people making fun of him for losing his cars and for renting shit. And man, is it just stupid as hell in general.
Bro, did you hear? Bro, I heard that one dude, like, Vincent Fischer? Yeah, the 6'5" dude that's taller than us, more jacked, makes more money? Yeah, bro, his place is rented. Bro. These guys online that, like, post their girl or their penthouse or their car, it's like, bro, I don't care about any of that, man. I'm a 6-figure business owner. Can I get a girl to save my life? Absolutely not. But, I've made 6 figures online, so, like, I've had some proof. Like profit margins, like 5%. And I heard Floyd Mayweather's going broke. Like, if I was Gucci Mane, like, I would not have snitched. Did you hear Offset got shot by Lil TJ? You need to wake up. You have one fucking life. And with that life and your limited resource, you're focusing on whether Gucci Mane should have snitched or not. That's what the fuck you're doing. Oh, if I was here, if I was that guy, nigga, you're not that guy, okay? Focus on you and what you can create. A lot of people are side characters in their own lives.
And yeah, obviously, these are just some levels of cope and a new technique he's trying to use to appear relatable so that he can get you to sign up for his grift. But my favorite part about these filters is they're not resetting his hairline or anything. They're just getting rid of all those pube strands that are dangling down and are actually showing you where his hairline really is. So in a way, the fucking clown is actually just flaming himself. But after coming out strong at the beginning of the week with all of these, I guess he realized that it wasn't going to be getting the attention that he wanted it to get, and it wasn't rage baity or clip farmy enough for him to actually make any money from it. So he decided that he was going to step it up a notch, and he was going to try to rage bait his way into 1 million followers. And he had decided that he was going to do this by just saying and giving some of the dumbest fucking takes that he could possibly think of. And this guy can think of some stupid shit. I mean, he's got a wolf tattooed on his chest, so you already know that these are just about to be as dumb as they can possibly be.
I mean, listen, to be a full-grown man and to send another man an emoji, outside of maybe a strong emoji or 100 emoji, you're gay. Because why are we showing any emotion to another man? Over text especially. It's like, this isn't therapy. It's like, why are you sending me a smiley face, bro? It's like, what's funny?
You need to take your life more serious, bro. Time is ticking. I mean, listen, as a man, to have a job outside of maybe sales is gay. Because it's like, as a man, how am I going to work on another man's dream and not my own? You know, if you could be bought and sold by the hour, if I could have you physically perform for me for $15, bro, what else would you do for $15? Strip? You know, it's just like, and then to ask another man when I can get lunch or use the restroom, master, can I go pee? No. It's like, bro, do people actually do that? Big dog, you can work on somebody else's dreams and you can build your own. Which one do you want?
And as I'm sure you can tell, he's basically gone on this trend of calling everything and anything gay as he sits there and repeats "as a man" just multiple times before the stupid take that's about to come after it. And all of these end up in some way or another leading into you getting to one of his course ads and him trying to sign you up. And it just keeps getting even more stupid as we go on. Because not only is sending emojis and just having a fucking job apparently gay now, but apparently you can't eat Twinkies either, and you especially can't be fat, or according to the good old pubinator here, you're just a homosexual.
Listen, if I catch you eating a fucking Twinkie, like, dog, we can't be friends no more, right? I can't with you the same. Because first of all, it's like, what are we holding? Like, what is that supposed to be shaped like? Where's the inspiration of that object, right? And then to put anything into your mouth that busts with flavor and cream is just beyond me. You know, like if you're under 10, I might let it pass. If you're over 10, now we know your character. So being fat's unacceptable. I'd 100% agree with you. You know, it's just like, as a man, how you gonna look in the mirror and see tits and see blubber? It's like, what are we storing that for? Another man to squeeze? It's just like, don't even get me started on the eating. It's just, you know, how you gonna sit there as a man and enjoy things going in and out of your mouth? It's like, I don't eat for pleasure. Uber Eats, fast food, 5 minutes back to work, right? But if you're gonna sit there and be stimulated by things going down to your stomach to the point that you can't stop yourself, bro, we got some personal issues, man.
So really, just some next level takes from good old Puby Watson here, where apparently in his mind, when he was eating a Twinkie when he was younger, he was picturing it being the shape of a dick and thinking about how he had cream busting inside of his mouth, which is just some wild shit to envision regardless. But now apparently even enjoying the food you're eating also just makes you gay in some way, because you're enjoying things going in and out of your mouth, as he decided to put it. So this is obviously just some next level stupid ass rage bait, but at least he's somewhat staying on topic of the whole fitness thing. But after this, he just starts going off the rails and just starts talking about all kinds of shit.
I mean, listen, if you were a man taking a fucking nap, especially if you're broke, it's just, bro, like, what are we doing with our lives? You know, if I say, yo, we got this to do, that to do, Jack, what are you doing today, bro? It's, I think I'm gonna take a nap. I didn't get much sleep last night. You are fired. You're off my team. It's just too indecisive. Are you sleeping? Are you awake? You're just dibbling and dabbling now. Like, as a man, it's okay to hibernate and get your 6 to 8 hours of rest, but to nap? It's just, bro. I mean, listen, if you are a full-grown man that hasn't made at least 7 figures and you're watching TV, you're gay, man. It's just, your life should be the movie. You know, that's the lesson here. You're over here focused on other movies. Bro, did you see this movie and that movie? It's just like, big dog, what's happening in your movie? What are we getting done? I mean, listen, to call yourself a man and put another man's last name across your back is gay. You know, it's like, well, Vince, we scored. It's like, nigga, we didn't score shit. They scored. You're still a dumbass. You know, you're still gay. It's like, what have you scored, man? You know, for us to just observe another man's physical performance is already gay. Let alone to be bouncing up and down about to cream pie ourselves is ridiculous. Let me, man, listen, to put another man's last name across your back. It's just, bro, something doesn't sit right about that with me, you know? It's just to scream another man's name with enjoyment and to bounce up and down, hey, he scored. It's just like, brother, what have you scored? You know, the only thing we should be celebrating is your accomplishments. The only person you should be a fan of is you.
And I want you to keep in mind that all of these have only been over the course of like 2 or 3 days. Like there have been, I shit you not, 40 of these different clips about just a variety of different things being pathetic or gay, where he's just going on rants about things either busting in your mouth, going in and out of your mouth, or you bouncing up and down and cream pieing. And then he's just out here talking about how we're the gay ones. So it's truly some crazy work, and at this point it's just got to be out of desperation for attention, which I do think is the case because he seems to have a pretty good reason to be desperate. And the reason I think he's trying to step it up so much and he's trying to go so hard in the paint with this shit, besides him, being an attention goblin, which is pretty clear with whatever the fuck's going on up there, but also because he's apparently getting sued for not paying for his rented cars and for also using them as a form of basically grifting, where he was trying to use them to bring in clients for his little coaching bullshit business.
Because according to a lawsuit that was just filed against him in Miami-Dade County, Motor Cars Leasing LLC is suing him for failing to make payments on his 2 Lamborghinis that he flaunts online to sell you online courses. But the cars weren't just for transportation, as the lawsuit alleges. They were part of his brand and his scheme to get you to buy his course so he could teach you how to be cool and rich. And the complaint alleges very clearly that he projects a high net worth lifestyle in order to sell online memberships. And of course, Vincent defaulted on his lease payments. In fact, he only made 2 payments. And I don't know if he has a really shitty credit or what, but he was paying $45,000 per month, or at least that's what he was supposed to pay, but he defaulted after only 2 payments. And apparently the company has already repossessed this $3 million Aventador, but the Lamborghini Urus is still out there. Vincent, just turn it over, bro. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. Remember, this is the same guy who tells you, young men, that you should get a fly haircut so you can pick up chicks and flaunt your lifestyle.
So obviously, if this is true, which it seems that it very well is, then good old Vincent here really needs that money in order to cover his lawsuit. And he especially needs it because it appears that he doesn't have enough flowing around to actually keep his prized possessions, which were his cars. And naturally, good old Puby here wasn't too happy about this information getting out. And he of course responded by trying to say that he didn't have any current lawsuits going on, before then going on this random long-ass rant about how basically the guy who was talking about it should pull the plug, as he put it.
Boys, I do want to say I'm extremely blessed and grateful to have 0 active lawsuits at the time of this video. Everything seems to settle itself. I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but if I were to hire a lawyer, if I were to have somebody on my legal counsel, and I knew they were an influencer with outdated facts, I think I'd fire that person on the spot immediately. Absolutely. And it's just like, if we focus on our job as opposed to hating, I don't know, we might not feel the need to hate. Boys, listen, if you gave me a glimpse into my future at 40 years old, what I'd expect to see is kids, a happy marriage, few vacation homes, the businesses I've exited. And, if you showed me a nightmare where my camera roll was a 22-year-old I was obsessed with, my cap cut was me editing videos of a 22-year-old I was obsessed with, and my page was, this big cocked alpha male in his cars is gonna teach you how to get girls. I mean, brother, listen, you might as well take me out there, right? You might as well just pull the plug. I mean, listen, as a man to discuss another full-grown man is already gay. It's like, are we daydreaming about other men? Or are we getting shit done? People come to me, they go, Vince, what do you think about this dude? I heard that guy's not actually rich. I'm like, big dog, I don't think about other men. I'm a straight male. I focus on myself. I go, Jack, what have you accomplished this year? Have you bought your dream car, retired your mom? What have you done? Oh, well, Vince, I discovered this dude's not actually rich. It's like, big dog, how about we discover how to get some money our damn selves? This is why we're broke.
So obviously, he was pretty butthurt about it, which I mean, does seem to be a pretty common thing for this guy, considering he's always picturing things busting and going in and out of his mouth. So I would think he's also literally butthurt in general. But he was trying to say and do anything to basically make a rebuttal to this guy, besides actually providing any proof. And that seems to be the trend with him, where he'll just say anything, and he just typically never provides any type of proof for his lifestyle or anything he claims to do. And after this, he just followed everything up by continuing his little skit of this is gay, that is gay, this is gay, trying to get attention. And it hasn't been really working out for him too well, but he's just gonna keep on doing it and keep on chugging along. But with that said, that's enough of our pube-headed friend for one day. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are flaming all of these goobers. And I'm out. Watching the pubinator continue to look stupid and peace.
Boys, you know those little butterfly kits they give kids? Like, they start out caterpillars, you raise them in a netting and shit like that. Vince, I had one. I know, because you're gay. But on the flip side, I was finding the most dangerous animals on the dark web. I was in the desert. And for a period of time, I raised these things called praying mantises. And I'd go out and I'd find fucking little animals and snakes and shit for them to battle. And one thing I noticed was when a praying mantis got finished eating and dropped its food, it'd never pick it back up. It would just act like it didn't exist. You try to feed it, it was like, get that shit away from me. And ever since then, I realized leftovers are gay. Like if I finish my food, the last thing I'm going to do is put it into the fridge and reheat it. It tastes half as good. It's just like, what are we really doing there? Are we doubting our ability to hunt the next day? It's just, you got to have faith in that. No leftovers.